Hoi allemaal, welkom terug op mijn kanaal. Vandaag, het is nummer 19 of the palette focus of the Sunlit Seduction. That is not the one. Of the Sunlit Seduction of Pat McGrath. And like the last video I said, I will do Copper Dawn. And I'm gonna go into the Divine Rose 2 and put this on top of that just to see what we get. I really should redo this palette again because I think the last time I did Divine Rose 2, I was rushing it and it really wasn't like me taking time to adore it and stuff like that. I think, if I'm not mistaken. But for the most part, here we are going into tutorial number 19 tutorials of the Sunlit Seduction. For the most part, very redundant. I do feel like I have so many of these colors in my eyeshadow collection, that's for sure, and so many other palettes. Granted, it is not the quality of Pat McGrath, but I could get the same finish. The moment you put it on your eyes, you really can't tell the difference, to be quite honest. So, first and foremost, I will actually go into still Divine Rose 2. Sienna Mystique. Is that the shade? Hypnotic Bronze. Sienna Mystique. Let's do Nude Rose first. On the blush brush from Pat McGrath. And this will be more of our transition. More of the crease. Because I kind of want to be like editorial for the most part. But after this, I'm going to do like the one and done with the Vermilion, Extreme Vermilion Dusk Bronze, Hypnotic Bronze. Is that what it's called? Hypnotic Bronze and Sienna Mystique as kind of like a one and done. To finish this out, and then I will start the next eyeshadow palette focus for the summer of 2025, which I'm quite excited about. As of right now, it is what, February 8th? 9th? Wow. 7, 8, 9. Today's February 10th. This is when this tutorial is being done. I am a little behind schedule of recording, but for the most part, by the time this ends, I will have all the other ones ready to go for the summer and into fall. Yes, that's how far in advance I am working right now. Nude Rose, we've seen this in so many videos of how I use this kind of like for the crease, just to blow it out. And then next, we're gonna go to Copper Dawn with the finger. I still love this shade. It's just such a peachy, coppery bronze. Basically, like a peach bronze. And it's so pretty, look at that. But like I said, I feel like this wet would look so stunting, hunty. This would also be a beautiful single eyeshadow. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right, so this all over the crease. And whatever's left over, we will just buff into the brow bone. And that will be our brow highlight for this look. And they are still doing construction up front, but they are finishing this area, basically. Ooh, this mixed with the Skin Show Ecstasy from the Divine Rose 2 would be iconic. So iconic that it cannot be done. I mean, look at that. It's just, this I feel like you could use as a highlighter maybe. That might be the highlighter for this look also. My, look at me. Getting so creative. Everybody's so creative. With a fluffy brush, I will dip into Sienna Mystique. And that will be our hardcore crease shade to add some definition. This is actually quite a beautiful color, to be quite honest. both sides. Getting that transition going. It's like just a whisper of a deep enough shade just to add there, which is actually nice. Because if you haven't guessed already, Extreme Vermilion Dust is going to be the final liner. I just wish like that Extreme Aubergine would have been so nice in this palette. Oh, damn it. And that is the dishes done. Multitasking, because I'm an adult. Anyways, I am quite fascinated with all of these looks that I created with this palette. It is very redundant, but for the most part, if you bring in others, it is very beautiful. All right, let's go into, I think it's gold something, but I'll put it up. Look at that yellow one, it's just so beautiful. But yes, we're gonna go into that one. Ooh, or should I do the other one? Ooh, nope, we're gonna do the gold. Okay, that is cute. Oh, that is so beautiful, actually. It like went just, oof. And the texture on the Extreme Vermilion Dust is really gonna bring this look together, that is for sure. It's gonna be spicy. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Why you gotta be so beautiful? Because like, this is the other one, which would be more of that yellow gold, but I do like this. This is pretty. She's cute. Gonna go back in with the Sienna Mystique just to reiterate the crease a little bit more on this look. But the colors in this really go well together. Definitely an extension of Divine Rose 2 now that I'm doing this. Pat McGrath, what are you doing to me? And of course the liner brush Extreme Vermilion Dusk for the liner. This is kind of giving me like a phoenix vibe, that's for sure. That is beautiful. That is gorge. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up both of the eyes with the liner, and then we will see where we are at before I do the full face. So this is where we are at with the eyes. I am loving this. Totes dig. I think I might just use the Nude Rose as blush just to keep it still going with the theme. But for the most part, it is very the same. Like I said, now being at tutorial 19, I do regret buying this, that's for sure. Because I know, like I said, I believe in my last video, the video before, the Sephora Pro palette, the new nudes and the warm, definitely the same type of shades in those for sure that I could have used. But for now, I mean, I'm glad I got to even this point with tutorials. Flash Luminizer 003 by Dior. Yeah, I do think it's if you want a warm palette and this truly is your color story and you want to like really get something that you will use daily, then yeah, go for it. But I think out of all of the palettes, Divine Rose 1 and the Subversive, no, was it Mothership 2 that had the browns and the like everyday type of neutrals in there? I think those two are like the best palettes to have for more of everyday. But if you're an artist and you just want some goodies and your, what is it called? Makeup kit, yeah, I'd say get them. Because I still want number 1, Mothership 1, Subliminal. Subliminal, Subversive, no, Subliminal, Sublime. Sublime is number 2 and Subversive is number 3. But Subliminal, I still... When I pass my Prata exama for the Netherlands, I think I want to spoil myself and get that palette. The only 2 palettes I really want that are still on my eye is the Subliminal. Bronze Seduction is also, I feel like, a must-have. And Midnight Sun, actually. I do like the Midnight Sun. The cool toneness of it. That, for some reason, every time I look at that palette, it just gives me fall vibes right away. And then that, like, green in there, that olive green, gorgeous. Gorgeous. But, number 2, Vanish. Bashar. But moving forward, later on this year, I will be doing a full face of, like, the main, brands I have, which is Charlotte Tilbury, Pat McGrath. I could probably do an Urban Decay because that's the foundation I use for my photo shoots for my models. But Charlotte Tilbury, Pat McGrath, NARS, and maybe possibly Patrick Ta. I will do a full face if I could bring myself to getting so, because import fees and stuff like that, it is so expensive and the brand is so cheap that we have to pay for it. Girl. But I do love the fact that Pat McGrath, I believe, the brand has a storage here, I believe, in the Netherlands, if I am not mistaken, if I saw that post right from somebody that I follow. Because it took like a month. I think the longest I had to wait to receive my order from Pat McGrath was like a month and a half. And that for me was a huge turnoff. I was just like, yeah, no more of this. But yeah, going in with the NARS Translucent Crystal, just for under. But that is my little rant. I need to stop doing that. But for the most part, tutorial number 19. Very, because it's just like, it's always giving me like a one-sided vibe. Because when you put those mats together, you get that exact same look, to be quite honest. So, then we're gonna do the rest of my face, and you guys will see the final look in a moment. Here is the final look, tutorial number 19 of the Palette Focus by Pat McGrath, Sunlit Seduction. I do dig this look, I am not going to lie. It is so cute, so saucy. But yes, tutorial number 19, let us get into the breakdown. Foundation is still Christian Dior's Forever Skin Glow. 2 pumps of 3N and 1 pump of 4N to give it just a little bit of that warmth. But yeah, concealer is still Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. Is that Beautiful Radiant? Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer and 6.5 medium and 8.5 medium mixed together. Bronzer is still the Airbrush Flawless Bronzer by Charlotte Tilbury and 3N. And also the highlighter is actually Copper Dawn. And on top of that, I have Nude Rose as the blush to just really bring it out a lot more. Yeah. I went ahead and did the Becca Bia Light and Light to Medium. Again, all over the face and certain highlight areas. And to kind of set certain areas, I completely forgot about this, that I had Banana. The Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in Banana. I just did a little bit under the eyes and a little bit in the kind of like the T-zone, just to give it a little bit of a brightness. But for the most part, that is all us. Brows are still the benefit. And the lips is the NARS. I really love how hydrating this is. The Soft Matte and Tinted Lip Balm and Intimate. Such a beautiful, and it gives a hint of a color, Climbation Claire, maar ja, dat is alles 19 tutorial. Like I said, the next 3 tutorials will definitely be more one and dones because I need to start the recording of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette focus with Alyssa Edwards. But for the most part, that is it. I am so excited for this look. It is giving, look at those arms are coming back in. Like I said, it's just, I know I made this look before with this palette, so it's very, very redundant in that sense. I do regret buying it from a consumer point of view, but as far as the artist, the makeup artist side of me, I do love to have a really warm tone palette, and the Astral Shades and the Blitz Crimson Ecstasy, beautiful. Moment you touch it, it is so soft and it just melts and it's just like butter. Like if you did that as a lip color for a photo shoot, ooh, maybe I should. We'll see, because I do want to do more like editorial creative types of look to get away from like palette focus for a little bit. But I have so many palettes that I could do a palette focus literally for every month, but that would be a lot of editing. We'll see. But for the most part, if you want to see the final look, go to my Instagram page. Got the TikTok. I need to revamp my TikTok. And yes, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Just a few more tutorials and then we are klar of Deza, because it is getting really boring. I'm not gonna lie. But yes, and I hope you guys are enjoying your lovely start of the summer. Spring. I think this will be coming out in like May-ish, so spring.